What's up guys, I'm Tori and today I'm going to be talking about my experience installing these pot racks in my kitchen. So chances are you found this video because you're considering getting pot racks for your kitchen. Maybe you search it on YouTube or Google. And today I'm going to be telling you one, all the benefits that I've seen of these pot racks, and two, the installation process, what I thought about it, how easy it was, and things like that. Starting off with the benefits, first and foremost, it is great for storage. This is a great way to add storage to any kitchen. Most kitchens don't really utilize their walls to the fullest extent, and this really helps you tap into that. Second of all, it makes everything a lot more accessible while you're cooking. So if you're cooking and you need to grab another pan, a spatula, anything like that, it is really easy to reach up and grab it instead of fiddling around with drawers or cabinets looking for something that you need right there that minute. Same with the knife strip. The knife strip is also very useful for that. Lastly, it can just look cool if it fits the aesthetic that you've got in your kitchen, and if you have pots and pans and utensils that you're really proud of, this is a great way to showcase them. Now that we talked about all the benefits, let's just jump right into the installation process. So the pot racks I got actually have two ways you can hang them. You can either hang them with the screws on top of the shelf or hang them with the screws below the shelf. This is pretty important because it kind of dictates which way you want the ridge to be. At least that's the way it was for my pot racks. I know there's many different kinds that you can get, but just remember, if you get some that are similar to this, you'll have to make that decision in your kitchen. There's some that hang from the ceiling, there's some that hang differently, but the ones I got, it was kind of flexible in which way you wanted, and that's how I have it sitting with the screws on top. Now that we assemble the shelves, they're ready to go up on the wall, so the next step is to measure out where these will go. So I just grabbed a normal pencil to mark where I need to drill holes, and then I use a stud finder too. I was actually trying to avoid studs in this case because I saw some electrical and I didn't want to hang it right above it, and also I'm not planning on hanging very heavy things on these, so I don't need to attach them to a stud. So I was able to just use the drywall anchors that came in my kit for all that. So I just took the stud finder, marked where the studs were, and then made sure that I missed them. If you want these to be leveled and you don't have a level at your disposal, you can just use your phone and use an app. It is actually pretty accurate, and I was able to get mine perfectly level that way. I just placed the phone on top of the shelf, and then I just marked where I needed to drill my holes for the anchors and the screws. So using my phone as a level was a great way to make sure that my shelves were straight, which is actually a big deal. Now we're going to jump into the drilling of the holes. So since I marked where mine will go, I just drill a hole, I insert the anchors, and then I triple checked with the shelf to make sure they were in the right spot, which they were. So I went ahead and I marked the holes right above the holes I originally had put up, hammered in the anchors, and now I was ready for the screws. I'm going to align it one last time to make sure that it fits, and it does. And now I can just go ahead and screw in all the holes, or all the screws into the anchors. I actually struggled a little bit with the hand screwdriver, so I just moved on to my drill because I kind of became a little impatient and the screws were quite long and my arm was getting tired. So you're gonna see me switch over in just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. One annoying part about this whole process was that with the pot racks that I got, the top screws are kind of hard to get to once the pot rack is hanging. So you really have to get them in as close as you can and then hang the pot rack over it. So yeah, you just put the screws through the holes and then it just pushes down and it's up and sturdy. And there we go, we're done with the installation of the pot rack. You might only have one pot rack in your kitchen. That is totally fine. I think that's what most people do actually. But in my kitchen, I wanted one on each side of the faucet and have that symmetry going. And I have so much wall space that I decided just to go ahead and get two pot racks. This time around, I was able to drill the holes and insert the anchors a lot more quickly. This was because I had already gained all the experience from doing it the first time, and I was also able to stand on my countertop, which gave me a lot more working space. And that made it all go a lot quicker the second time around. And there we go. My pot racks are nice and sturdy up on the wall, and they're ready for me to hang my pans, spatulas, utensils, seasonings, everything like that. And first we're gonna need to put up some S-hooks. So these S-hooks are what keep all the pans up, and depending on what kit you got, you might have something a little bit different, but I saw that these were pretty common when I was shopping around, and they work pretty well too. And then after I got the S-hooks up, I was able to just pull whatever I wanted from my drawers and start hanging things up. It actually freed up a ton of drawer space. I was very surprised. And I really wanted to make these pot racks look full. And there we have it. This is what my pot racks look as a final result. I'm really happy with the way they turned out, and they're very useful. It is very nice and convenient to just reach up and grab my pan whenever I need it. And I really like the way it looked. I really like the way it turned out. I think I chose a good height. You want to make sure you choose a height that is easy for you to reach, and kind of keeping everything really easily accessible. And that's about it.